Hello, I'm Jan Shlevinsky and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. On Sunday, Russian shelling of Kharkiv injured 41 people, according to Ukrainian officials. A shopping center, a sports facility and residential buildings were all damaged, according to Kharkiv's governor. Meanwhile, Ukraine downed 22 out of 35 missiles, as well as 20 drones used in a Russian morning attack. Another missile attack on Kyiv injured at least 2 individuals and partially destroyed a boiler house at a water plant. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces launched a significant wave of drone strikes against Russian targets on the 1st of September, reportedly the largest such operation to date. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that its air defenses destroyed 158 Ukrainian drones across 16 regions. In Moscow, 2 Ukrainian drones were reportedly downed near the Moscow oil refinery in Kapotnya, causing a fire after damaging a technical room at the facility. Additional drone attacks targeted the Kashira State District Power Plant in the Moscow region, as well as the Konakovo State District Power Plant in the Tver region, with reports of a significant fire and damage. Ukrainian forces also continued ground assaults in the Kursk region on the 1st of September. Russian sources reported Ukrainian attacks near Korenevo, Sudzha and several nearby settlements. Some progress was noted near Pogrebki, while Russian forces reportedly pushed back Ukrainian units in other areas. On the front line, Russian forces made gains north of Kharkiv city. Ukrainian forces reported sporadic Russian movements in the area, likely disrupted by Ukrainian drone activity. Ukrainian troops successfully repelled the Russian assault near the Vovchansk aggregate plant in central Vovchansk, northeast of Kharkiv. In the east, Russian forces maintained offensive operations across multiple fronts. In the Siversk sector, Russian troops reportedly captured Vyimka, southeast of Siversk. Russian forces also continued their offensive in the Toretsk direction, with reports of an 800-meter advance towards Dachne from Druzhba. Fighting persisted near Toretsk, New York, and Nelipivka in the Pokrovsk sector. Russian forces reportedly advanced near Mikhailivka and Dolenivka, with geolocated footage suggesting control of these settlements. And now for some archive footage from Ukrainian soldiers. The following video shows fierce battles in the Kharkiv region during springtime. What you're going to see is how the International Legion of Ukrainian Special Forces, together with the Afina tactical group, repel a Russian attack.
Работай. Я тебя прикрою. Хорошо, бля. Хорошо, право бери. Жерти. Перезарядка. Давай. Иди сюда. Бля. Она больше 200 метров не берет. Machine gun is good. I'm go.
Recently, the Russian armed forces stormed the city of Vuhledar for the first time in 2 years. Before the start of the full-scale invasion, about 20,000 people lived in Vuhledar, and since 2014 it has already been a frontline city in the near rear of the front. However, by March 2022, the front had already approached it when the Russian army captured Volnovakha, 25 kilometers away. In general, Vuhledar is located 70 kilometers north of Mariupol and lies at the crossroads of the southern and eastern front lines of the Russian-Ukrainian war, which determines its strategic importance. Russian occupiers are actively attacking the city with artillery as well as with aviation. Vuhledar is just another city in Ukraine that Russia wants to completely destroy. Let's see what the situation really looks like there right now. So these are some apocalyptic images there. Now, moving on, the Russian government continues to claim that everything is under control in the Kursk region of Russia. Now, that's a novelty, isn't it? They always say that, which means it's not exactly the case. Ukrainian forces started their offensive in the region almost a month ago. But is it really safe? Is it really under control? Well, let's see what the situation actually looks like there on the ground. In the following video, another column of the Russian army is decimated in the Kursk region. You will also see how an attempt by the Russians to organize a crossing of the same river near a broken bridge by the village of Zvanoye was foiled by the Ukrainians.
Машина была целая. Посмотрите, что сейчас с ней. Сейчас 18:54. И мост взорвали. Звоновской. Сейчас глянем. Мосты прям усердно лупят. Молчат, никто ничего не говорит. А 5 машин тоже сгорели. Утром видели. Если что-то осталось, сейчас буду ехать, сниму. Посмотрите. Смотрите, утром была переправа. Все, сложил подтон.
Well, this certainly has proved to be a bridge too far for the Russians. And you know, nothing speaks, everything is under control, like a bunch of burnt-out vehicles, standing by the roadside and waiting probably to be collected and towed away to the junkyard. Now, to close out today's episode, we want to show you a direct hit delivered by Ukrainian tanks working in the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian BTR-82A armored vehicle was destroyed and its entire crew was successfully eliminated by the Ukrainian forces. Let's take a look now at this intense battlefield footage. And so we conclude this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.